This week, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of living in Boca Raton, Florida. There's so much to Boca. We're going to start here at the beach they have here. We're going to end at one of the nicest luxury properties in all of Palm Beach, Florida. One of the pros when it comes to living in Boca Raton, Florida is
the beach.
The beach.
The beautiful beach.
It really is. It really is nice. I mean, this is really a big city. This is the premier community in Boca Raton today. This is the newest of the Lotus series called Lotus Edge. And you're out here on the beach, and I don't feel like I'm in a big city, do you?
Oh, it's actually not that busy today. I know we're in the middle of the summer, but a lot of people do come to the beach in the summer with their kids, but this is a nice spot of the beach that's not too crowded.
Yeah. And we're literally right up there is the Boardwalk and downtown. So this is literally at the end of downtown. Both Delray and Boca have their beaches right on downtown.
Ew.
Which is sort of nice. Delray's downtown's a little bit more pronounced than Boca's, but anyways, we were talking about this off camera before. This service they have. Tell us what they have here.
Oceanside Beach Service. I actually looked into it a couple of weeks ago. You can, I don't know if you see in the back, right? You see these blue beach chairs. Each year they have several occasions. You can get a membership, and you could use the beach chair at a location. Boca, West Palm, Delray, Lake Work. So wherever you want to go to the beach, you just cop in, ask them for beach chairs, and you're all set. You don't have to bring chairs with you.
And one of the pros when living here in Florida, in Boca Raton, Florida, is I don't see there's people out there, but the water sport capital of the world.
Oh yeah.
Boating capital of the world, the fishing capital of the world. You're going to spend a little bit more money living on the beach here. There's no doubt about living near the beach here.
Yeah.
We get people all the time ask us, I want a place near the beach. I want this, listen, you could do it, but you're going to spend more money.
Absolutely.
So one of the things we always talk about here living in Palm Beach is when it comes to condos, beware.
Beware of that HOA there.
Yeah.
And beware of the building structure. There is a new thing going on with buildings after, I think it was the crash in Surfside crash. Buildings are now required to do certain things from an engineering perspective. So when you're going to buy a condo that's an HOA, when it's over 3 stories, you want to make sure that they're up to date on all their inspections, because if not, if they haven't done it yet, you could be hit with a huge special assessment that could be thousands of dollars. So you definitely do not want to do that. You want to make sure that you work with a realtor like us at Living in Palm Beach to make sure that you know the bylaws of the HOA and what they're doing for their structural integrity inspections.
Yeah. One thing about Boca Raton is they have a little bit of everything here. So they have single family homes, they have condos, they have you can do Airbnb here, right?
You can do Airbnb in parts of Boca. I think I was mentioning before when we were in Meisner Park, there are certain pockets that don't allow short-term rentals, but there are some that do. It's a really great spot if you find one of those single-family homes in an area of Boca that you can do short-term rentals.
So later we're going to be talking about we're going to show you some rental opportunities. So if you're an investor, there are opportunities here in Boca. Also later, we're going to be going to the premier new construction community in literally all of Palm Beach. It's called Lotus Edge. So there's everything here. When it comes to buying a home, here's one of the pros when it comes to living in Palm Beach, Florida, and in Boca Raton, Florida, is there's a lot of different kinds of living here, whether it's condos, single-family homes, or luxury and new construction homes. It's pretty easy, Melissa, to talk about all the pros here in Boca, right?
It is.
What are some of the cons?
Yeah, some of the cons as we were driving here and before we were chatting about this, the traffic. As you get further south in Palm Beach County, you get a little bit more congested. So there's more traffic everywhere, especially when you're towards the beach. There is just, a higher density of homes with the condos and all the different types of living. So as you get further east, further south in Palm Beach County, it gets a little bit more traffic and hectic.
We see a lot of people, especially today, I've been seeing a lot of them, that are snowbirds. What's a snowbird?
A snowbird, someone that is coming to escape the cold from the Northeast or wherever it's cold in the country just for a couple months at a time. So they come from the Northeast, wherever the cold weather is, usually from January to April, sometimes December, but they're only here for a short time. So a lot of these condo buildings, you'll see some windows boarded up in the summer because the people that own that condo unit are not actually there because they're back and in their original home in the Northeast before they're, departing for the summertime because it's warm up there and just come back in the winter.
And I'll tell you this, the life cycle of a Florida resident is they say, well, I don't want to give up my place in New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Washington, D.C., Virginia. So what they do is they start as snowbirds. But eventually, it seems that they spend more and more time in Florida. They become what?
They do. They become full-time residents. Definitely. We've seen the trend actually over at least the past 5 years or so that people used to leave in March. Now it's April, then it's June, then it's July, and people are here almost all entire summer.
And one of the benefits, one of the pros when it comes to living in Florida, if you are a full-time resident, you have a homestead, which you have to be here over 6 months, 6 months and 1 day to be exact. That's and they're very particular about that. But reach out to Living in Palm Beach, Florida, if you want to know some of the particulars about what it's like being a snowbird and or a primary resident here in the great state of Florida. So here we are, literally downtown
Boca.
Downtown Boca.
Yep.
A lot of shopping, a lot of restaurants. And
there's a condo building right here, but as you can see, we came from Meisner Park before. We came right down the road, and there's another strip of some more bars and restaurant, and it ends up at the beach. Yeah. So similar to Delray Beach, a little bit different vibe and feel than Delray, but you've still got like the downtown feel that ends up at the beach here. So it's really nice.
So I always tell people there are 3 parts of Boca.
Yeah.
There's downtown, there's Middletown, and there's West Boca. West Boca was we're the only area left with new construction. But downtown is very different. It's been around a while.
Yeah.
So, and the difference between the different areas couldn't be any stark. I mean, there's a huge difference.
There's a huge difference in the traffic, in the types of properties, in the people that you see. It's just very different feels.
To get from this area, the beach, to let's call it West Boca, although on a map it looks like it's like it should be like 5 minutes.
It's not.
It's closer to like a half hour, maybe 40 minutes, depending on traffic.
Yeah. Not too bad if you're trying to go to the beach, but still not as further east as we are now, where you can get to the beach in about 5 minutes.
So in the central part of Boca Raton, and we're at the world-famous Boca Town Center Mall. In terms of malls in Palm Beach, Melissa, what do you think? How does it rate?
This is definitely one of the higher-end malls. You've got like some of the high-end stores like Neiman Marcus, Bloomingdale's. There's a Gucci in here. You've got valet parking right behind me. I think it's, $5 a valet here. Capitol Grill, some nicer restaurants, all in this town square. So it's really nice.
Yeah. So I always tell people, when you're looking to buy in a neighborhood, look at the stores they have in the mall. If they're Neiman Marcus, if they're Brooks Brothers, if they're Gucci, that's a neighborhood that people are spending money, and that's a neighborhood you want to consider as well. You're just noting, like, there's no recession here in Boca Raton, where it's like Thursday afternoon, midday, and the place is rocking.
It is packed.
Yeah. The 2 malls that you have in Palm Beach County that are probably more famous than others are the Gardens Mall up in Palm Beach Gardens, and here in the Boca Town Center Mall, both of which, if you're looking for higher end features, these are the malls that you'd come to, right?
Absolutely. We've got right in front of us. When you flip around the camera, there's a Rolex store. So.
Yeah, as an example, Louis Vuitton down there, Tiffany right here, Williams-Sonoma, Saks Fifth Avenue. They have everything here. Also around the mall, there's a lot of shopping, right? Around just circling the mall.
Yeah, even restaurants and stuff too. Even not actually in the mall, you get like these little pockets of little areas that have restaurants. So there'll be like 5 right next to each other with a little courtyard and really nice for like indoor-outdoor dining space and nice stuff. Some casual things. There's a mix of everything, but a really good spot. Like if you're in the area and you want to go shopping and then you want to have lunch with your girlfriend, it's great for that.
So this is still, if you want to buy a house in this area, there's still some good affordable prices. Western Boca is where a lot of new construction is. We're going to go there later. And also but there are some good older communities here. So if you want to buy in Boca, but you're priced out of like eastern part of Boca, which is very expensive. This is an area that I would definitely consider. Now we're outside of Boca. Melissa, where are we exactly?
We're in Lighthouse Point. It's a little hidden gem just south of Boca. You get this like kind of like beach town little feel. We're actually at a marina right now. So I was just telling Ray before we got here, if you are a water person and you want to own a boat, but you are not going to be directly on the water, there's a lot of marinas like this with public storage. So you can actually have a wet dock slip here in a marina like this and store your boat. So, you can get the home of your dreams. If it's not on the water, you could have this marina to store your boat and just pop on over here, walk down the dock and take your boat out for the day.
And here we're on the Intracoastal.
Yeah.
And these guys have slips. The people who are they pay for their slips and so forth. And condos behind us, right?
There's condos over here. There's a couple townhomes over here. So where we are right now is townhomes, but Lighthouse Point itself it has a lot of single family homes, and they range from the 700s upwards of 10 million plus. There's a lot of canals in Lighthouse Point. Sometimes I hear that it's called the Venice of Palm Beach. There's just all these little pockets of canals, like from Lighthouse Point up to Boca. So yeah, there's a big wide variety range of types of properties that you can get here, and a lot of single family homes.
So if you're a boater and you want to live in South Florida, this is a place I would definitely consider.
Yeah, especially if you're looking for a waterfront property. This is a great little pocket that's not directly in Boca, but right next to Boca. Yeah, and so in Lighthouse Point, there's a large opportunity for investment. There's a lot of short-term rentals here. You're very close to the beach, so if you can snag up a single-family home in the $700 to $800 range in Lighthouse Point or Deerfield, which is also right next to here and right next to Boca, you can probably generate, upwards of $100,000 a year, depending on how many bedrooms, is there a pool, stuff like that. So if you're looking for a short-term rental, this is a really great area to consider. And I think after this, we're actually going to go in one of my other properties. It's set up as a long-term rental, so I'll give you the idea of the numbers on that as well after this.
Later, we're going to show you like a $2 million, $3 million place. Stick around to the end for that. That's our new construction story. But here's a story of investment.
Yeah.
What you can do with less money because Boca, though it's got very high standards and it can be cost a lot.
And
but there is a lot of also investment opportunity, even at the lower price points, right?
There are. So the townhouse that we're standing in front of, you can probably purchase these now for about $375 to $400 plus the HOA fee and stuff. But I was just telling Ray, I'll give you my little backstory of the power of real estate investing. I bought this property in 2010 for $118,000. So being able to turn it into investment property over the years and that appreciation play. So purchasing for $118,000 to now having a value of almost $400,000 is a really great investment opportunity.
In terms of rentability, how rentable is it? You're right near the ocean.
We are very close to the ocean. I actually used to live in this place. I used to ride my bike to the beach and to a marina down the street and everything like that. So, and also the rents do increase year over year. So currently, my last tenant was paying $2,900 a month, and I'm about to re-rent it for $2,950. So if you think about the purchase price of $118,000 and what my mortgage is versus my rent, over time, that cash flow just keeps growing and growing.
One of the good things about Florida, and I did a video on why I left New York City recently. I talked about rent stabilization and rent control. We don't have that here in Florida, so you can actually make, do an investment and make money on your investment here. And Boca is known for higher price places, but there are places like this that are completely investable.
So in the property that we were just standing in front of, we are now in the bathroom. So like I was saying, I purchased this place in 2010. And everything was pretty original. But when my last tenant moved out, I decided to renovate the master bathroom. So this is what it looks like now. I have all new shower tile, all new vanity, all new lights, mirrors, everything like that. So if you are an investor and you're looking for something like a renovation project, just reach out to us and I can tell you the whole entire process. So you need to find a contractor that's a licensed contractor to make sure that they're not going to walk away with your money or something like that. But I can just give you a very ballpark number. Something like this, they ripped out the entire bathroom. You're looking at $10,000 to $15,000 to do something like this. And this is a decent sized bathroom. It's not too big. It's not too small. So that's like, if you are looking for something to renovate, that's probably the cost of renovating a medium sized bath.
And it makes you competitive, doesn't it?
It does.
Compared to the other places in the area, and you want to stand out.
Yes, you do. Especially if you're an investor and you want to rent this place. Now, this is a townhome, so it's in an HOA. They do not allow short-term rentals here, but you can long-term rent them. So there is also opportunity for long-term rental versus short-term rental. If you don't need to buy something for short-term renting, you can also invest in something and rent it long-term.
So I've been here before. I mean, I've been here for events. A lot of nice places around here. What can you tell us about Meisner?
Yeah, so Meisner Park is in the heart of like East Boca. It's also called downtown Boca, but you've got this whole entire strip of restaurants, bars. There's bowling, there's a movie theater, there's a fountain in the middle here, and you're like right in the middle of East Boca. And then at the end, we're probably gonna go there after. There's an amphitheater that they do events like concerts and shows. So it's a really great location for coming to dinner and walking around, going to grab some ice cream, going to a shop, and just hanging out. So a really nice area.
What can you tell us about the places you like to buy?
Yeah.
What can you? I see some condos up here.
Yeah, there are a lot of condos around here. There's also some little pockets in East Boca of single-family homes. Some of them are in non-HOAs, but you do also find a lot of HOA communities, and of course, the condos are going to have an HOA association. But it's a hot area. Like, it's very popular because you have Meisner Park right here where we are now that has the great shopping and restaurants. So yeah, single family homes, condos, townhomes, you find a little bit of everything here in East Boca.
So the average price of a home in Palm Beach County is roughly, depending on the month, let's call it $640,000.
Yeah.
Here in Boca, it's going to be more, right?
It's a little bit more. I don't know off the top of my head the exact average, but I think for a single family home, you're probably in the mid-8 range for East Boca.
And there are some places, just so you know, that are, Melissa mentions 800,000. There are some places that are significantly more than that. If you're on the water, we're going to go, if you're on the water, obviously you're going to be more money. But Boca in general, compared to the rest of Palm Beach, is more money than other places. Now, I've been here for events. Like, there's a lot of networking events, and the restaurants here are they're big. You can do things like that here.
And you can rent out spaces, have like a whole room inside one of these restaurants to do a networking event. So yeah, it's a great little area.
Okay.
I know we were just talking about the single family home prices. I want to talk about the investability a little bit. So a lot of people think of Boca, oh, maybe I can, purchase an investment property here. It's definitely good for long-term rentals. I will say on the short-term rental side, there are some pockets of Boca that you are not allowed to do short-term rentals. It is banned partially by the city, so it's something to look into if you're looking into investment property and thinking that you can do short-term rental, because some parts of Boca you cannot.
Yeah. I always say you want to work with a real estate entity like us, like living in Palm Beach, Florida, to get to know that, because we can do that homework for you. Because if you get yourself into a situation like that, there's no way out.
There's no way out. You'll get fined from the city. You definitely don't want to get into a situation like that. But there are a lot of options right around Boca if you're looking for an investment property to do short-term rental with. Deerfield Beach and Lighthouse Point, which we might go check out later, are two of the ones that are right next to Boca that allow short-term rentals. And I actually manage one of the properties there, and they do very well. In the Cove in Deerfield Beach is a really great little neighborhood for short-term rental.
Very good. So now we're going to walk a little bit down further. We're like this little corridor here. You can see behind us. It goes for a while. It's like a mile walk, not quite a mile, maybe.
Yeah. Probably the whole entire lap, maybe a half mile each way, either side. So
and it's just shop after shop after shop.
Yeah.
And it ends, and we're going to go there now with the amphitheater.
Yeah.
And they have some good concerts there, don't they?
Ooh, I saw Brett Young last summer, country artist. They have. It's a little bit smaller than a large amphitheater, so it's a little more intimate show. You get smaller artists that come here, but it's really great for a concert, for a show.
Let's go down to the rest of Meisner. So we have this place coming up. It's called Subculture. It's a coffee shop, and it started in West Palm Beach. And I think they've downtown West Palm Beach. They've done so well. I've seen them in Jupiter. I've seen them in Palm Beach Gardens, and the coffee's good. And I know why they're expanding all across Palm Beach. Melissa was saying that they sell their beans, and they do, because I buy them. There's the bowling alley.
There's the bowling place. This is more of like a higher end bowling spot. So you get a server, you get your own lane with couches. There's like arcade games. So instead of like a regular, maybe divey bowling alley, this is a more upscale one to have a night.
So if you want to bowl and spend a lot of money, this is the place to go.
Hey, it's kind of fun.
I was just telling Melissa, I think I've seen West Side Story here. I think they did a screen, they had seating, and they did a big production of like West Side Story. And I know I'm dating myself here. I saw Jethro Tull here, and yeah. She doesn't even know who it is. That's how old they are. But anyways, this is good. The other place in town in around Palm Beach that have good concerts is in downtown West Palm Beach. They have the Kravitz Center. They have some great plays here. But culturally speaking, I'll say there's a Museum of Art right there, the Boca Museum of Art. Culturally speaking, there's a lot of stuff around here. Boca Raton, West Palm Beach. So, of course, Miami has it too, but there's a lot of culture when it comes to living in Palm Beach.
There really is. Like you mentioned, the museums are like, this is the Boca Raton Museum of Art. In West Palm, you got the Norton Museum, I believe it is. And
right.
A lot of them are free admission too. So it's a nice like free activity to do with your family for the day.
This is the premier community in Boca Raton today. This is the newest of the Lotus series called Lotus Edge. And their one-story homes in particular are very, very popular. This one's called the Santo Gran, and I'm going to have Melissa help us out with some of the dynamics of this model, and we'll take a quick look around it. So, very popular model. Melissa, what can you tell us? Like, how big is this house? How many bedrooms and the price, of course?
So the model that we're in right now is a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bathroom with a den, and it's over 3,000 square feet under air. So it's a very spacious, very nice laid out home. Love this model. And one thing that I love about this home is all of the bedrooms have ensuite bathrooms.
Pricing?
Yeah, so this one starts around $2 million, depending on the upgrades you're going to do in the home and the lot that you pick, but that's the base price of this model home.
So we're going to take you around just to show you quickly what this home looks like, because there's the pros and cons of Boca Raton. We don't want to elaborate too much, but you should reach out to us if you want to know more about this community. But we're going to take you around, and you're going to see why people think so highly of this model. Let's start by looking in this garage. Nice 3-car garage, golf cart garage there. Let me know what you think on the outside. So Melissa and I just met with the consultant, and one of the things that they spoke about, there's 2 things in particular about this. The home is beautiful, as you guys can see, right? But there's 2 things that they really mentioned about this community is location, it's near everything, and the other thing is the amenities, which we're going to check out in a little bit. If you like a master suite that has the closets off the bathroom, this is one.
Yes, and his and hers. So outside of the bathroom here. So not some models will have the closets inside the bathroom. They're actually outside here, so you don't have to go through the bathroom to get to them. And there's double closets, which is awesome.
What's your take, Melissa, on the bedrooms? I know you mentioned they're all en suites, which I think a lot of people appreciate.
It's awesome, especially if you have kids or in their teens, they want their own bathroom. If you have family coming to visit, like they get their own bathroom. This is awesome, and the rooms are very spacious here.
I was about to say the size is generous, isn't it?
Very generous, and the ceiling height is awesome. I think it's 12 to 13 in the whole entire home, which is very high for a single-story home.
One thing we want to show you is here.
This is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, but there's a reason for this. This community is on a 0 lot line. And because of that, they are required to build this. If you want to know more about that, reach out to our team. We'll tell you a little about that. But technically, what a 0 lot line means is your home sits on the border of on one side, and you own just one side of the house. We've explained this in some of the other videos, but that's why you see this. And it also sort of creates a nice atrium, doesn't it?
It does. It brings a lot of light in from the outside. I know this little fence is in the back, but the light is really coming in here. So instead of having just a window in the bedroom, you get this whole almost floor to ceiling slider door here. So that's
exactly.
Awesome.
And it's one of the things this builder does is they generally speaking use a lot of windows for that exact reason. So now we're in the most popular model here at Lotus Edge. By the way, do not walk into that sales center on your own. We highly recommend independent representation. If you haven't seen our videos before, you need to watch it and learn what that is. You need to reach out to us if you're not sure of that. I don't want to elaborate more than that, but this isn't a living room. I love these living rooms. I can picture having a gigantic Christmas tree right here. That's what I envision. There's some features of this house that I really love. And my number one feature for me is the master bedroom or whole master suite is killer. So Melissa, tell us a little bit about, this is called the Corsica.
The Corsica.
Tell us a little bit about this home.
Beautiful layout. So this house is a 5-bedroom, 6.5 bathrooms, all of just about 5,000 square feet. It's a really nice layout here. And it starts at the starting prices of this model are about $2 million.
Yeah. And now when she's saying the pricing, that's for the base price of the home. Obviously the lot, there's more money that to put out for lots, but generally speaking, this community is about $2 to $3.5 million. I love the way this house lays out. Let's go have a look around. A couple of things I want to mention on this. Golf cart garage, small, one car. There's actually a window into the house from there, so we can see that. 2-car separate garage, and it's separate from the house even as well. And there's a patio up there for one of the front bedrooms. So I think this home has a certain uniqueness to its floor plan. So this is a natural gas community.
Yes, love that, especially in Florida. It's hard to find.
Yeah, and so people, if you're cooks, if you're chefs, or if you want to resell your house to a chef, that's why, even if you're not, it's always good to have these attributes because it helps resale value. And one of the other big things about this community is it's in a terrific area for schools. We're right next to Olympic Heights, A-rated school, high school, and private schools are galore, and there's everything around here. Let's go check out the rest of this house. So check this room. Melissa, tell us a little about this room.
This looks like a total game room. So if you have a family with kids, this would be like the ultimate hangout spot for them. They can have their friends over. They can play a little game of poker, hang out, watch some TV. And for the dads out there too, man cave.
There you go. And you could, if you want it as your office, it would be an amazing office too. And look at the way it shows. They have an entrance to the front. So as an example, if you have a business where you don't want them coming into your home and you want to greet them, they can come through a separate door. This is a good thing to have.
Love that. Okay, Ray, this is what you were telling me about, right? This master suite. This is amazing.
Yeah. So one of the things I like most about this is the size of the master bedroom itself. It's so big, you have your own little,
there's like a little living area over there almost. You can lay it out however you want. There's a large king-size bed, these 2 really nice sized nightstands on either side, and room for a couch, sitting area, desk. It's awesome.
Yeah, check this out. And it extends into here, extends right into the, ladies, you're going to die when you see this. I'm going to save that for last. But let's go check out the bathroom and a couple of the attributes. This master suite is amazing. This is the guy's closet. I'm going to turn this around, and here you go, ladies.
This is my closet over here. This is for the ladies. Look at the size of this closet. This is awesome. Yeah, definitely a true walk-in closet. You could even have like a little island in the middle if you wanted to like store your jewelry, your purses, if you didn't want them on the hanging racks. This is just like a really, really nice size walk-in closet.
Yeah. And if you're into shoes, I know some of you ladies are. There you go. I mean, you have everything. So you can really build this out to your heart's content. So one of the factors are the amenities here. That is their clubhouse. It's under construction. How many feet? Do you remember? I know. Do you know?
I don't. 39,000 square feet.
You don't know. That's it. It's exactly it. 39,000 square feet clubhouse. Their biggest to date.
Yeah.
Pickleball galore. 4 indoor pickleballs. I think I have the number. I think
there was either 3 or 4 indoor.
And
if you want to beat the heat in the summer, you could play in the indoors in the
exactly. And they have other outside ones, and they have a support called Padel. So the reason you buy in this area in Lotus, and this is like just this is like really the last new construction communities left in Boca Raton. The reason why you buy this area, it's loaded, it's in a great location. I talked about the schools and also the things around, and the amenities those are the best amenities you're gonna find in an all age community, probably in all of Florida.
Yeah, and one thing they have that I have not heard in any other community is a cold plunge pool.
Oh, I forgot about that. Cold plunge pool right in the sauna. And a sauna. So you can kill yourself really easily here.
Go from the sauna to the cold plunge.